Hello and welcome to the August edition of What's Up Stratford. Joining me via Zoom is Anita Gaffney, the Executive Director for the Stratford Festival. Anita, thanks very much for joining me.
Thanks, Peter. Great to be here.
Well, you look like you're in a beautiful space. Where are you?
Aren't I? I'm in the Tom Patterson Theater.
Love that theater.
Yes.
Now that we're into August, what do you think, in your opinion, what would be a highlight for this year's season?
Well, I think a highlight is the air conditioning. Um, it's been hot out there, and there's no better place to be than inside a theater staying cool. Seriously, I think a highlight is Annie. It is just pure joy. It's got such talented kids, such talented adults, and a dog that does anything for treats. We've all learned that that's the trick for training dogs is when they know they're going to get a treat, they do. They usually do what they're told. So yeah, it's been just thoroughly a delight, and we're extending it through to the middle of December.
Is this the first? I've never heard of December before.
Yeah,
So is
yeah,
this
it
the first
is.
time?
It is the first time. And, Annie ends with a Christmas scene. So we had it in our minds that it was a possibility, but when it was doing so well and delighting audiences, we thought this will be the year to try extending it through to December. And I hope it creates great prosperity for the community.
That's awesome. So let us peek behind the curtain a bit with Annie. Is there another dog?
Yes, there's two dogs, and I don't remember them. I know it's Clue and Uno. Clue and Uno are the two dogs. They're owned by the same person, and so they decide between the two of them who's going to do it today. It doesn't have a set schedule. It really is which dog is in the right disposition
Yeah.
to do the role, and they've been great, and they're very different. It's worth coming to see the show a couple of times to see the different dogs.
Yeah, whoever's street motivated that day. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so awesome. Okay, the Meehan Forum. So tell us some highlights this summer and this season.
Yeah, there's this has been the first time in many years that we've been moving a lot of things to bigger venues. So generally, the forum events happen in Lazaridis Hall at the Tom Patterson Theater, which seats about 200 people. We've just recently moved a session with Mark Sakamoto, who wrote the original work that inspired Forgiveness, which is a play that's happening at the Tom Patterson Theater. So that sold out early. So we've moved it into the Tom Patterson. We have Dr. Jen Gunter coming, and she's a specialist in women's health. And that one also sold out very early, and we've moved it onto the Tom Patterson Theater stage. And there's another one with Lucy. The topic is Lucy Maud Montgomery. And Lucy Maud Montgomery, of course, wrote the original Anne of Green Gables. We're doing an adaptation of it this year with Kat Sandler having written it. And Lucy Maud Montgomery and Anne of Green Gables, that whole franchise has such a following that people want to talk about it. They want to learn more about it. So that one has been selling really well.
That's awesome. Let's move to the stages for a second. You mentioned Forgiveness. I've had the awesome opportunity to see it. Just give us an overview of that production.
Yeah, it's the story. It's Mark Sakamoto's grandparents and their story of having met one another, and the whole notion of forgiveness. Their backgrounds were Japanese immigrants to Canada, or one of them was a Japanese immigrant to Canada, and the family was not treated very well. The other part of his family had fought in the war in Japan for the Canadian troops. And so, that is such deep division in the DNA of these individuals. And ultimately, the next generation came together and found a place of forgiveness. So it's about war, it's about families divided, but it's ultimately a very hopeful story about forgiveness and moving forward.
Anita, in my opinion, it's a must see. It was my surprise and delight. So, just in summary, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, tell us about that and if it got an extension as well, because that
It,
is hilarious.
yes, we've extended all three shows at the Avon. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is a gas. It's if you want a just nice light evening in the theater, it is a total delight, and it's been doing really well. We also have Macbeth at the Avon and Anne of Green Gables, and they've all been extended through to almost the end of November.
The stage for Macbeth is outstanding. So
Yes.
get out to
Yeah.
see that as well. So congratulations on a very successful season. And it's just wonderful so far. And we still have the fall to go. And as you
Exactly.
said, now into December. So
Right.
with Annie.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Great.
Anita.
Good. Thank you, Peter.